An idea born out of Monday morning chats at the coffee machine. In this series, we chat to our guests about their going out experiences and how it shaped them.
Join us, Pippa
And Georgia,
team members at Skiddle who love going out and miss chatting about it. Welcome to episode 7. This week we're speaking to Kofi Stone, rapper based in Birmingham, and we slightly lose our cool because we actually can't believe that Kofi replied to our emails. So we slightly fangirl him a bit too much in this episode.
We chatted about going out on Broad Street in Birmingham, supporting Mac Miller, which is mental, and partying with Fat Man Scoop and Migos, and also his upcoming music, which we can't wait for.
Cannot wait. Hope you enjoy. Welcome to the podcast, Kofi Stone.
Welcome.
Hello. Good to meet you guys. Good to see you guys.
Meet you too.
Good to meet you as well. You are a rapper.
You guys all good?
We're good.
Yeah, we're great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm very well.
Good.
We weren't sure for a moment when you paused there. Right, let me think about that. Kofi, you are a rapper raised in Birmingham but born in East London. Is that right? Have we got our research correct?
That is true.
Good.
Oh, yes, you guys have been looking me up. That's good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Great. So this podcast is all about chatting about your going out experiences and how they may have shaped who you are today. So we usually kick off things by talking about your first experiences of going out, where that was, what that was like, where you were going. So feel free to dive in and let us know about those.
Yeah. Okay. So going back a few years now, I was, I don't think I didn't go out when I was really young because my mum wouldn't allow me to go to all like the sort of the raves, and I was a bit of a goody two shoes, so I didn't sneak out.
Yeah.
But I think it was around, there was a place in Birmingham called Broad Street.
Yeah.
And it's like the main strip that everyone sort of goes out. It's like I think there was a place called Prism. Yeah. And there was a place called Rococo's. So I remember I was because I was gigging quite a bit at the time, quite around Birmingham. I'd be with a couple friends, and we just probably like afterwards we'd normally like go out somewhere. So I actually remember, I think I was about 16, and we went to this, it was sort of like a bar club sort of thing. It's a renowned club in Birmingham called Rococo. It's not called that anymore. But it's kind of like all the cool guys and all the cool people go there. I heard about it from when I was in college. I was like, yeah, it'd be nice to go there sometime.
Yeah, and I need to go
finally
there.
Did. Yeah, finally went. Yeah, so that was my first experience. That was cool because I remember I was with a few friends, but they had done the circuit before. So they were more seasoned.
Yeah.
They'd been on the drinking before me and everything. So they were like, oh yeah, you gotta get on this, you gotta do that, you gotta have this drink. And
what were you drinking?
I didn't go too hard.
Sensible.
I think I was
Sensible,
yeah. I can tell you some stories though, definitely about times that I shouldn't have drunk as much. I'm sure we all can.
Oh, definitely.
Sadly.
Yeah.
I think I was on Strongbows at the age of 16 or something.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember those snake bites that used to be like a lager and a strongbow mixed together?
Oh, that sounds terrible. I never.
Wow, I've not heard of that one.
I'm sure I'm missing an ingredient like blackcurrant or something.
Oh yeah.
Okay, dark fruits is it, or is that something else?
That's a full drink in its own.
But in a pub near mine, you'd be able to actually order a snake bite, and they'd serve you a snake bite.
That's a proper
that's a proper
towny thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
that's badass, man.
Thank you. It means a lot.
So you mentioned you were already out gigging. Were you gigging at the age of 16?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a place called it's like a jazz bar in Birmingham called the Yardbird.
Yeah.
So that was like my first proper gig, I remember. It was interesting because it wasn't like a scheduled gig, but it was sort of like an open mic sort of thing. And I just went up and just did my thing, and never looked back since.
Oh,
that's so
so
sick.
cool. So have you always been writing music?
Yeah, I think I was writing music very early. So I was started off with poetry at around like year 6, towards the end of year 6, and then delved into songs around. I got into secondary school and like everyone was doing it, and it was like the cool thing. And yeah, I just sort of I wanted to be part of what was going on, and so it was around that time that I started writing, year 7, year 8, and yeah, just kept it up.
Oh, that's amazing. Who were you listening to around that time? Who were your inspirations?
So I was listening to Kanye.
Great.
Yeah.
Old school Kanye.
Yeah.
Old school Kanye.
Yes.
So like, yeah, Late Registration.
Yeah.
Like, I think the best stuff, I think for me, that's like my favorite stuff, like the old school stuff.
Yeah.
Kano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love a bit of Kano, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Kano. Yeah, Most Def. He was like I used to play him a lot, and yeah, I think it was a range of stuff. But a lot of those guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of hip hop and a lot of. To be fair, there was a lot of R&B as well, because my sister was like big on the R&B, so I was like fly on the wall and kind of just. It's like, yeah, she was playing a lot of that stuff, like, yeah, like your stuff that you probably wouldn't expect as well, like your B2Ks and your the proper like 2000 mid 2000s sort of R&B,
The gems,
R&B cheesy, yeah, the gems, like Pretty Ricky,
Yeah.
all of that stuff, like the almost like cheesy stuff, but
yeah.
But real sort of like, yeah, singing in the rain outside, sort of R&B. Yeah, a lot of that stuff as well. I was into that.
Were you able to like attend music events and stuff when you started going out? What kind of artists would you go see?
So I didn't, because I was gigging quite a bit, and I didn't actually. What I did do, like some of the guys I was like supporting quite early, because I supported some people quite early on. So I was thinking about 16, 17. I supported Mac Miller.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah. So that was probably my first concert. I caught him afterwards.
That's such
Where
a
were
big moment
they?
for you to first concert and you're actually performing at it.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
Where were those gigs?
Those were in Birmingham.
Yeah.
A place called H&V Institute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing, and yeah, got to meet him. He really liked what was going on in England. Actually, he liked a lot of like the rest in peace, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a really cool guy, and he was into like what I was doing, and it was quite surreal, to be fair.
I bet.
Yeah,
that must have been mad. Like, obviously the news of his passing was like a heartbreaking story to read and see kind of unfold here. But what was it like for you, having had that experience, like your first ever gig experience was with him? That must be pretty overwhelming, really. Yeah,
really overwhelming. Really, it makes you think. It really like thought-provoking. It makes you think how short life is, and how not to take life for granted, and to definitely try and do as much as you can in the time that we're here, and to spread love, and to just be a good person and be good to others in the time you're here, because no one knows. So for me, that was because he was so young. I think he was only like 27, 26 when he passed. So yeah, being able to just share that moment was I was really grateful for that, and
yeah, totally.
Something.
I think we'd probably ask you like what your pinch yourself moment was, but I feel like that's pretty up there.
Yeah.
Is there any other moments where you're like, wow, I can't believe that this has happened, or I've done this?
It's been a few, but I think Most Def is another one that I met him. So yeah, Yasin Bey, I met him in a club. It was a crazy night, actually. My manager was tour managing Migos. Yeah. And so we basically went to the club with them. This is, to be fair, this is actually the first time I went to a Mayfair club, because I'm not really.
Is that like the high end ones kind of thing?
Yeah,
a bit bougie.
I was going to just say it. Excuse the pun. I'm not really bad and bougie, but
That's to be said. What was it like partying with Migos? Like, do they actually like? Because I've seen the carpool karaoke when he gets loads of cash out and he's like,
yeah.
Does he have bags of cash?
Yeah. Was he? No, I think they sat back a bit. That particular time, I think they sat back. They weren't as flamboyant and extravagant in their approach. But but they're definitely characters. They're definitely characters. Like they're Hollywood gangsters.
Yeah.
But really, really interesting folks. But
I bet. What club was it that you were in? Sorry, in Mayfair. One of the
club was called the French name Bon. I can't fully remember. I think it's called Bon Voyeur or Bon Voyeur. One of those two. Yeah, it was really like, it was really crazy. So you had Migos. I was at the time rolling with Fat Man Scoop.
Wow.
So that was fun. He's like the biggest character you'll ever meet.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's comedy gold, man. So rolling with him, and then because my manager was tour managing them, I had to go in their tour bus I think first to the show, because they were playing the show, and then the after party was at in Mayfair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was kind of like going to and fro with them, and then we got to the club, and ASAP was there as well, ASAP Rocky.
Wow. What a lineup this is, isn't it? Is this like a regular night for you, by the way?
Me, no. That was like, to be fair, that was my first and only time going to Mayfair.
And I feel like I would only want to go if I was going with like your group at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Live it to the full, the experience. Yeah,
100%. It kind of was like, you kind of don't want to go if, you can't get the big table and everything and the sparklers and everything. So it's like, what's the point?
Oh my God, ASAP Rocky though. Did you get a chance to speak to them?
I didn't, I spoke to the only person I was kind of most interested to speak to was Mos Def. Yeah. But he was actually there as well.
That's mad. So
I got to speak to him because he's like old school. He's like in my eyes, he's a legend.
Yeah.
I think ASAP was too busy with the girls anyway, so I didn't want to rain on his parade or anything. So
you're like, hey, can we chat about music? And he's like, no, I'm not a girl.
Yeah, it was kind of that vibe. So I kind of was chatting to Mos Def, got to rap to him, and he was kind of just feeling it. So that was probably a moment for me. Because I was able to, show someone that I really look up to what I'm about, and they took to it. So that was probably the Mac Miller thing and playing Glasgow.
Oh wow! Was that the last Glasgow? Or
a few years back, actually, 2015, 16, I think. I'm so bad with my memory, like memory of a goldfish.
I know, especially when it comes to years. I'm so bad at like being like, what year is that? Except for 2020.
I'll
always remember
that.
Yeah, you can't forget that.
So what stage were you on at Glasgow?
BBC introducing stage.
Yeah. Oh, sick.
Yeah, that was really cool, man. It was sort of my first sort of big festival, and it was really good, kind of like an introduction to people, and really cool. Really enjoyed it.
Were you there for the full time?
Yeah, we stayed all 3 days, which was it was interesting.
Yeah, where was your gig? Rained. Was it at the beginning of the weekend or the end of the weekend?
Sorry, when did I go?
Yeah, when was your gig? Sorry, like was your slot like at the beginning of the weekend, so you had the rest to kind of party or?
Yeah, it was, I think I was on the Sunday, so the last day.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How are you feeling up to that point?
I was really, do you know what? It was actually, I say it was one of the best experiences. It was quite chaotic in the most craziest of ways. So I did it with a band, right? And we got the coach from Victoria in London to go up to Somerset Way. I think that's, I think that's where it is. And one of my band members doesn't wake up. So he misses the coach.
No.
And okay, so I'm remembering now. I played two shows. I was playing one on the Friday. So I was going up in the morning to go and play a show on the Rabbit Hole stage. And
that's such a sick one, isn't it? Because it's like a bit of a mystery of that one. So if you know, you know, but if you don't...
I don't know. When I went, I didn't get a chance to go, but I heard you go through a little door. Yeah. And there's always a queue to get in.
Well, I don't think there was back in like the early days of it because no one actually knew it. It's only the cool kids that knew about it.
Not me.
But now it's like everyone is aware of the secret.
Yeah, so the secret's got out.
Yeah.
Yes, so one of the guys didn't turn up, and then we basically, that was terrible, man. And he basically, he just woke up late. And we went all the way to the festival, and I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. Something happened. Yeah. Okay, so
it was a long time ago. My
guitarist basically misplaced his ticket.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he misplaced his ticket actually getting to Glastonbury. So having been a keyboard player down, they didn't allow him in because he didn't have his pass.
Oh my goodness.
And the gig was literally, we were about to do the gig. So we got there like just in time to play the gig. So that was horrible. But we made it work. We did make it work. And that was, it was like, we were down like 2 musicians, and we kind of I wasn't going to do it because I was like, this is my first experience. I don't want to kind of make a fool of myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, my manager had to like talk me into doing it. And I'll never forget that.
No.
But it was good. It was good to do. It was good to do that, and then have some, like, after that I felt a bit free, and I could just sort of like, that was the year Kanye was playing actually. Which was really good. So you got to see him on the main stage, which was amazing.
Yeah, I've got a memory of like watching it like on the TV really and having this like
you
huge,
guys,
huge...
I think it's me, you guys keep cutting off.
Oh,
do you want to try a different corner? I don't know if what.
Yeah, it might. I think
it's all right now.
It'll be me because this has happened before.
You do keep going out and then coming back in, so feel free to move around if you need.
Let me move.
Yeah,
is it like if I move? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We can just like edit this out.
I'll just move.
We do like keeping the working from home bloopers in though, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Every time we've done a podcast, something happens at someone's home, and it's funny because that's the pandemic, innit? That's what everyone's living
like
with.
The postman comes.
Yeah, or like someone had to let the cat out.
The washing machine.
And the washing machine was on, so
just all this working from home stuff, innit?
Yeah, everyone's in the same boat. Yeah, what were you saying? You saw Kanye on TV?
Oh, I know. I just remember seeing the Glasgow performance of Kanye, and it's like this. It's like a cube or like this something behind him, and it just looked like a mad performance.
Yeah, the stage set was phenomenal, man. It was like he sort of was on top of this sort of platform.
Yeah, that's it.
That was on the stage, and it was something else.
Yeah, looked daft.
Yeah, I suppose you've really, obviously, not met Kanye yet, but you might. But you seem to have seen or met a lot of your idols.
Yeah.
Who's next on the list that you'd like to meet?
Besides Kanye, I'd like to meet. There's a few actually. I'd like to meet Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Definitely would like to meet Jay-Z, pick his brains. And there's a guy called Lupe Fiasco.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, he's really cool. He's really good, man. Like his first album for me was helped shape me as an artist.
Yeah.
So those two guys, and I think it'll probably be those two guys for now.
Yeah.
That's what I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, it is a big question. We do fall into the habit of asking big questions.
Yeah, I know. And then
people are like, I need more time to answer that.
I remember when Lupe Fiasco did that Superstar song, and that was huge. That's like part of my growing up, I think.
Yeah. Same, man. Yeah, he's a great artist, and his album, definitely check out Food and Liquor. That's an amazing album. So.
We'll be sure to do that. And you've touching on, obviously you were gigging from a young age. You released your album at the end of 2019, which we both love.
Thank you.
And what's it like working with artists such as like Loyal Kana and Maverick Sabre, and how is that to work with other artists that are in the industry?
Really cool, man. I've actually met so that year I played Glastonbury was a year I met Loyal Kana at because he was actually playing the same stage. And so that was really cool. So we kind of established a friendship there, and just been talking since around 2015 to about still now, to be fair. But then we just always said we're going to do something, and we got around to it, which was really good. But yeah, he's like a really cool guy. He's like really down to earth. So it's nice to be able to like sit in and do something with someone that's cool and cares about music.
Yeah.
And because sometimes things can be more, not as natural in terms of the process, sort of like industry sort of manufactured in that way.
Yeah.
So it was really sort of organic the way it happened, and with both of them actually. Maverick was I met Maverick at his album listening party for his most recent album. I was there through a friend of mine, and I knew of him, but I didn't know he knew of me. So I was introduced to him, and he was like, "You're hard, man." He's got an Irish accent, so yeah, I'm not going to try and do it. So.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, but he was like, "You're hard," and then after that, I was just like, "Whoa," he kind of knows who I am. And then I think I later on had a song which I wrote, and I thought he'd be perfect for. And because I'd met him once, I kind of just thought I'd try and give him a shot and see if he was down. And he was like, yeah, he'd love to do it. And then that was really good. And yeah, just so like he's a good guy. He's a good guy as well, like good-hearted guy. And it's nice to work with people that are nice people.
Yeah.
You know? So that was really cool. Really enjoyed that.
That's surreal.
It all kind of came together quite nicely.
It's nice to hear that people like Loyal and Maverick do strike me as quite creative people anyway, but it's nice to hear that they are, and it's not just like you said, like manufactured music.
Yeah, and they're good.
That it is like a nice creative process.
Yeah,
because I think some people say like when you meet your idols, or like never meet your idol, or or like people that you want to meet, you don't necessarily always have the nicest experience. So I suppose that's nice.
It's
as
comforting.
a fan. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So 2020's been...
definitely. Have you guys ever met?
Met anyone famous?
No. I was going to say, have you guys met any that you kind of like that weren't nice, or
there's this guy called Kofi Stone.
You kind of,
No,
I've heard about him.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of a reputation. No, I don't think so.
They're really boring lives.
I think there's people being...
We can talk about it off air.
I think there's people... No, but do you know what? This
It's not good
can be a bit
content.
dishy, the podcast, but I think there's
Sorry?
people we hear about, I think sometimes that can be a little difficult. But mostly everyone's like great. And yeah, I think we come across artists and stuff, but it's mostly like the promoters who do the events that come across the artists and have to deal with them, have to deal with like management and stuff like that. But on the whole, the ones that we've spoken to, especially during the podcast, have been like
Lovely.
really lovely. Yeah. And it's been, it's been like I think it's been a great experience.
It's been a lovely experience, yeah.
That's so good.
And I think for us too, we were fangirling a little over speaking to you because we've been following you for a while.
We said we wouldn't say
I
that.
know. It's not very cool of us, but
No, that's flattering. Thank you, guys. I'm glad you like the stuff.
yeah.
Well,
definitely.
we're planning on seeing you actually when you were gonna do the Dot to Dot festival in. I know it's all around, but it was coming to Manchester, and obviously that's been rescheduled now.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get back out there and get on that stage, man.
So it's like, as all your kind of 2020 gigs and stuff just kind of rolling over to hopefully just continue this year at a later point.
Yeah, I think it's seeming like we might. I'm optimistic. I don't know if we're going to be back out there in the summer, but there's been talk of those Dot to Dot and a few other festivals that I was scheduled to do last year to be going ahead. So I think it's all being carried over, but we'll see. I think we'll see how it goes over the next few months.
Like, it feels pretty, like we're in a lockdown now, so it feels pretty bleak at the moment, but then seeing the festivals that are going ahead in like New Zealand, and there's one in Miami I think now, that's like a little bit of light, isn't it? Like, I know that they're further ahead than us, than controlling the virus, but just to see like other parts of the world carrying on at festivals, that's, for me, I was just kind of like, it's gonna come around eventually
at some point. Yeah, definitely. And it might be sooner than we think. So, and yeah, it is positive just to see that, okay, it's possible.
Yeah,
for it to
totally.
This thing, normality, some sort of normality is possible.
Yeah. And how did you find, obviously you released the album at the end of 2019, so you've done a few shows for the album, but did the ones in like March go ahead at the beginning of March?
Yeah, so they went ahead. It was nice. Do you know what? We were skeptical to release in that period. Release the project in December, because you start getting into the Christmas #1 territory. Where everyone's sort of going for with all those sort of vibes. So it's kind of like, and everyone kind of not shuts off, but they start relaxing and coming away from stuff and because it's that period of time. But we kind of pushed through and it kind of worked out for the good, I think. Releasing, I think it was just about the right time, because it was the 6th of December, so it was before
full Christmas shutdown.
So that was good, and the shows did go ahead in March, which were really good. Played Camden Assembly and Sunflower Lounge. They were really, really good. The Camden show especially was one to remember. A lot of love in the room.
Oh,
yeah,
love that.
I miss that. Yeah.
That's all right. Next one.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I feel like just then when you talked about that, because as like an audience member, you can feel like some type of way, like you like feel love and a connection with the person on the stage, but it's nice to know that the person on the stage is also feeling that kind of connection and between like the whole room.
I agree.
Yeah, it's good.
How have you found your fans throughout this whole kind of pandemic situation?
It seems like there's also been a lot of love and a lot of people reaching out, which is really nice. I think people have been like taken in the music, which is always good. So it seems like people are still with it. I mean, I haven't been able to be as active as I wanted to be, but I've been doing quite a lot of stuff behind the scenes, which I think will allow me to sort of give some stuff, give more to the people, which I'm excited for over the next few months.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
And have you?
Yeah.
So does that mean new songs, new material? Yeah.
Yeah, a couple new songs.
Have you found it easy to be creative in like this period, or have you found it quite difficult to be your usual kind of creative self?
A bit of both. I think because I haven't been sort of living as such, like doing stuff that I normally would. It's kind of been a bit restricted in my experiences. But it's still been I've still like wrote quite a lot of songs, and in between, because I can't even remember how many lockdowns there's been so far, but I've definitely been able to so for example, take advantage of when we come out, go into the studio, and even because we're allowed to go to the studio, apparently, don't shoot me. But I think we're allowed to go to the studio.
I think that's a good thing, though. Surely that should be allowed to happen in the sense that it's giving people what they want. That people need new music, don't they? Yeah.
So I've been going to the studio quite a lot, and that's been really good. So it hasn't been too bad. I think at the start I was a bit like, I kind of don't feel inspired. As time went on, I was able to draw inspiration from somewhere.
Yeah, I never really thought of that as like a music creator. It'd be difficult in lockdown because you're not experiencing normal life. You're just experiencing such an alternative universe kind of thing. That would have been such a stifling thing for creation.
Has the pandemic influenced your music, or do you wait for experiences in order to write about that?
I kind of wait for experiences and sort of things that have happened to me over the years, and I draw from that, really. But I think I've definitely looked at life differently since the pandemic's hit. So I think that will have an effect, some sort of effect on the content.
Definitely.
Yeah, we were just actually talking about that before this, weren't we? About how 2020 has allowed time for you to reflect on just what you do in normal life and how you are. And we were just saying how different you feel just as a person compared to this time last year. I was wondering if it was 2 years then. I was like, oh my God, how long's it been?
We said in a way because you stopped. I know that in ways it can affect your mental health negatively, but in some ways it's affected us positively because we do just appreciate the things around us and don't know,
appreciate the small things,
waking up and feeling fresh in the morning and stuff. But obviously it affects us that we're not seeing our friends, so it's it's bittersweet.
100%. That's where I'm at.
So you were awarded the Momentum Fund.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
So how's that managed to help you throughout the year?
Yeah, so I basically, we were looking to use that for music videos and things like that. So that's going to definitely help with that. Because we don't know how we would have done it otherwise, because most of the income comes from shows and we can't really play obviously because of the pandemic. So we're sort of it's a godsend because we're able to pay for videos and studio time. So it's really good.
Yeah, good to get the support of organisations like PRS.
Yeah. They're really big ups to PRS, man.
And what was the process for that? Did you have to apply for that, or did they just award it to certain artists?
So yeah, my manager applied. He basically he wrote out a proposal.
Yeah.
Much love to Senna. Yeah, he wrote out a proposal, and he spent a lot of time on it, really writing.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people apply, and they go through. They thoroughly go through to see who actually deserves this and who deserves it so they do it based on the period of time where you are in your career. And if you, like, for example, someone that's just about to go to the next level, they require it or they deserve it. So yeah, I know a lot of people definitely did apply. So that was good. That's a good indication from them to say that they're sort of giving us that, okay, we believe in you, and just go and do some good stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that is
nice. Positive news this year or last year. And also, we looked at your Spotify Wrapped, which was epic.
Yeah.
Okay.
7 million streams, 1 million listeners. How did that make you feel?
Yeah, I was shocked. I can't lie. I was quite shocked at that.
I bet that was a nice news to see at the end of the year.
That was really, really good. My manager sent it over, and I was taken back by it. I was literally in the gym when he sent it.
What did you do? Just put your weights down and like run around?
I sort of was like, whoa. I just looked around. I was like, "Whoa, that's good. That is." And I was like, I was. Do you know what? I asked him for it, and I was on the bench, and then he sent it over, and I was like, "Okay, I think I'm done. I'm done for gym."
Yeah, I'm done today.
Let's go write some more music.
Now, and I was just like, yeah. So yeah, it was really good to know that. People are connecting with it. So yeah, that was really, really, really nice. Because I honestly wasn't expecting it to be that number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our blind's going up. Sorry, it's a bit distracting.
I wondered what that noise was.
And I suppose yours is the type of album that people want to listen to during lockdown, though. So
yeah, it definitely resonates.
Yeah. And it's quite nice and chilled and something that you want to put on to make yourself feel better. So I can imagine like that's why you got such amazing kind of listens and people are engaging with your music.
Yeah, I think it was an album for the times.
Yeah. So you released it at the right time. Definitely.
Yeah. I think so.
Have you spoken to any other artists who've perhaps struggled this year? Obviously had the difficulty of knowing when to release music and whether to do it this year or...
I haven't. I think no. There's no one that I've sort of spoke to that sort of that doesn't know when to drop stuff. But I think everyone sort of struggled in a certain way in terms of maybe it's like creativity or not being able to tour. So yeah, I think everyone's sort of going through that. But I think you can only just. Because I can't say that it's been like really good in terms of the creativity.
Yeah.
Because there has been some times where I haven't. There's quite a lot of stuff that I'm trying to finish at the moment, and it's just not come. So yeah, I can imagine a lot of other artists are probably in similar position, and I don't know if that's because of the pandemic or but I think that's kind of where a lot of artists are.
Yeah. So what's this year looking like for you? Like you've said, you've got a few unfinished projects, and if everything goes well with the vaccine, hopefully we should be like going to live gigs and festivals and stuff. So what stuff have you got lined up? Fingers crossed everything's going as planned.
And are you working with any exciting people?
Can you tell us any?
Yeah, can you tell us any people?
So there's a few songs that I've finished, and they might be getting a release quite soon.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's great news.
Yeah. So there is an artist, but that is quite exciting, but I can't give it away.
Oh, that's even more exciting though.
Yeah.
Is there any? Are we allowed a clue, or is it a complete no?
You can just tell us now.
He's
It's a he.
It's a he.
yeah, it's a guy, and they're quite a big artist.
That's great. That's exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there. We won't
Yeah.
rush you to tell us, but
Yeah.
we'll ask again at the end of recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that song's done, and it likely should get a release soon. I think we're looking at a video, music
sick.
video, so that should be really cool.
Yeah.
That should be really cool.
Yeah, that's exciting. It's a good year.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Should be nice. So we're just working on a project number 2, so like the album number 2. So that should be really cool. It's difficult, but it's fun at the same time. Yeah, we're sort of deep into that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, ace.
I hope we can come out of lockdown so you can live experiences, so you can write about them,
Yeah.
and then we'll all be happier.
Won't we?
Yeah.
Won't we just?
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly. So do you want to ask the question?
Yes. So we ask every guest this question. If you could party with one person anywhere in the world, dead or alive, who would it be?
It's a really good one, that. I'm trying to think who would be like the most, like, who would be really like cool.
I mean, go with your gut. Go with anything, any answer.
The answer. I think I'll say Jay-Z.
Yeah, nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think it'll fit. You definitely have a good night.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like bottles, all of that stuff. I'm not really the
sparklers again.
bottles guy.
No, but you would if you'd party with Jay-Z. Same, but if Jay-Z's there, I'd want at least a few sparklers on the table. Yeah.
And would you go out on Broad Street
Yeah, I'd get on it.
with Jay-Z on Broad Street?
That's it.
Probably not. Probably not. I'll probably be a Mayfair affair.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
I think it'd be a Mayfair affair.
Probably bring Migos along for the ride again.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah, I think Jay.
Okay, that's a great answer.
That's, perfect.
So I think that's been an amazing discussion.
Yeah, that's it.
We've really
Thank
enjoyed
you.
talking to you, and thanks so much for your time. And we look forward to hearing loads of new music with some really exciting people, but most of all from yourself. So we're really looking forward to hearing it
Really good to speak to you.
and seeing you at Dot to Dot.
Much love, guys. Yeah, it's been good to speak to you as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff, man.
See ya.
Good stuff. See ya.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Going Out podcast with Skiddle. Don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe wherever you hear this podcast.
Thank you.